Welcome once again to airsafe.com. Today's broadcast, I'm going to show you a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes, how to turn a telephone interview into a podcast. Well, as you can imagine, I do a lot of interviews at airsafe.com, especially this being the second anniversary of the loss of MH370. And my chosen device to do phone interviews is, of course, a telephone. But I do a little bit of a spin on it. Because radio stations tend to have a quality of broadcast of a telephone conversation that sounds like a scratchy telephone, I do a little something special. While I'm doing the telephone interview, using Audacity, which some of you may recognize, I use my trusty microphone over here, record simultaneously both the telephone call and the radio interview. For the radio interview, I use Audio Hijack Pro to capture the stream going live online, and virtually every radio station worth its salt has a live stream going on either through their website or through TuneIn. And so what you see here, let me fit all the tracks in. We have several tracks here. The top track is what I was recording live off my microphone. The second track is what was recorded off the stream off of TuneIn, or off, in this case, off of the radio station itself. And the third track is the edited version of it. Now, let's just play the first one. As you can hear,
Well, thanks for having me.
that's me answering the first response of the interviewer.
The facts are rather scant.
So you hear me responding on my side. That is my live recording using my trusty microphone over here. Down below we have what was actually coming over the radio station.
The creator of airsafe.com. Good morning, Todd.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, as you can tell,
The creator.
this part of it
Good morning, Todd.
Well, thanks for having me.
doesn't sound anywhere near as good as what was live in my office.
Well, thanks for having me.
So as you can see, you have three tracks aligned here. Top track is the raw stuff from my microphone. Middle track from the radio station. The third track is the edited final version of it. By the way, my usual habit is after the interview, I record the intro and the outro.
Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com. I'm your host, Todd Curtis. March 8th, 2016 is the second anniversary of the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370.
That's part of the intro, and we have the outro.
For more information on this event, please visit mh370.airsafe.com.
So the last part of it is quite simply to take this part, splice it with this part, and come up with the final version.
Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com. I'm your host, Todd Curtis.
Now we heard the intro, and now here comes the radio part.
And on that day, I had an interview with Como Radio of Seattle, where we discussed some of the issues still surrounding this investigation.
It was 2 years ago today that Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 mysteriously vanished.
And of course, you have my live recording
Thanks for
spliced
having
in.
me.
From a factual standpoint, where do we stand on trying to resolve this missing flight?
The facts are rather...
So what we have here is I go from a radio stream, which in its raw form is pretty good. You have the guy asking questions, you have me giving answers. But by editing my recorded higher quality voice here, I have a final product which has the radio interview, a much better version of my voice, intro and outro, and this is ready to go as either an audio podcast or as the audio track for video podcast. So there we have it. Thanks for being with me here today. This is Todd Curtis from airsafe.com signing off.